We're gonna try this again. Yeah, these types of videos don't usually go well on the channel, but I'm gonna mix it up a little bit today by not just reading through the thing, but just doing what I usually do when I'm looking at a new game to see if I can A, play it, and B, run it. And we'll even run a little quick session in the next video if if those are true. I mean, mostly it's the same question because I don't play those all games. I only make them, homebrew them, and run them. Oh hi, it's there by the way. And yeah, we're checking out Dungeon Coach's DC20. My original favorite in the running of to beat 5 years on game, which not champion is definitely Sega's. I I haven't been watching Dungeon Coach's content in a good year or two because I had a really bad experience with one of its moderators. Well, it wasn't okay. It was a really bad experience. It was just wasn't a very positive experience that made me look forward to the game. Let's say on his YouTube, even not even on a platform like Reddit or Discord, but on YouTube, which YouTube moderators are usually fine. But this guy, no, he wasn't too fine. He essentially didn't take my concerns as concerns and said, "Oh well, this is just pre-alpha. You don't know what that is, you fool. I will personally, me, the moderator, will fix it later." Uh, and he just wasn't all. I mean, of course, that wasn't his tone or anything. Like, did come off that way too, but it was a kind of flippant kind of way that my concern as a 12-year veteran of games journalism, mostly video games, I'll be honest, but still, 4 years with tabletop journalism, more or less 3 years or 2 years then. My concerns being also a disabled person, mentally disabled as well as physically disabled, with a sub average IQ, and it's only held up by the practical part of the exam, not the written, not the math and reading, the other bit, the physics and whatnot, the physics and engineering. Well, the IQ exam, twice, by the way. Which that's the thing is, if your core audience says you done messed up, sir, and said it in a nice, friendly manner, even, and you say, "Oh, it's get lost, noob. It's an alpha." That's not good. That's not good at all. And another thing that's not good, I debated on I didn't know whether to show this or not, but if we were to go Kickstarter real quick, let me show you the prices of their Kickstarter. By the way, DC20 is on Kickstarter, not sponsored in any way. Outside of a few interactions, I don't think they know I exist. Pretty sure they are. But yeah, their prices are just lunacy. It's just obscene. Their prices are complete absurdity. And yet they got backed for 1.4 million when they only wanted 20,000. But their prices are just absurd. $30 for a PDF, and that's not even the end of it. $30 for the PDF, and that's not even the end of it. That's not, you're not paying the full price at that price, by the way. Where in the world is it? Where in the world is it? There you are. See, the PDF, if I understand this correctly, will be around $70. Well, I mean, of course, it's including 3 things, so the PDF will likely be more like $20. 20, 40, 60, 80 or so. Yeah, I mean, these are more than $15 each. No, these aren't, because they're not the collections. They're just one tidbit of each collection. Not the whole collection, just one tidbit of the collection, which I doubt they're not quite being clear on what these exactly are. I mean, they clear in the listing, but like they're not clear what the add-ons are, which we go to the add-ons. See, collection. You gotta watch out for that collection. You don't get the collection if you just back to base thing. Tears. So essentially, let's say $5, $10, $20. Yeah, this is either full price or it's half price. Or so. Maybe $40 when in relation to $50. Not entirely clear. That's not good. That's kind of scummy. Hardcover and PDF, $65 with the same things as before. Again, that's not great. That's actually really bad. That's as bad as D&D. Or so. D&D is funny because it has 3 cool rulebooks, making it essentially a $300 core game, where most games you get the core rules in 1 book. D&D split across 3 books, and that poor job with the page limits. But yeah, I cannot see why this would be $65. Usually the PDF is free when you buy the physical book, or it's at like half discount. So even if this was an industry standard $40, which I do undercut by the way with my game, Abitrium, Core 1A, Fantasy and History, core rule book. The boss, Abitrium, the boss book. Sorry, I changed a lot of things around because of how Amazon works with self-publishing. But my book, my second beta is out right now on Amazon, and it's $39.99, and I get $3 of it. Yes, that's not great. I probably should list it more like 50 or 40 even, or 45. Between 40 and 60 is what I should be listing it as. 450-page book on Amazon, because Amazon takes a lot of the cut. But anyway, I just can't see why this bundle would be $135. Because D&D for $135 you can get 2 books or so. 2 of the core rule books, whereas DC20 it's 1 core book and the PDF. So what will a core rule book be at full price? $100. That's disgusting. There's no way a tabletop RPG is worth $100 for a core rulebook. Again, if you have a tome of everything tome, where literally everything of a certain wave or a year or whatever, and you were 1,000 pages or so, then you could charge $100 for that. How is he Why you told to charge $100 for a book? For a core rulebook? Why? Why? I mean, 180, 70, 90. All of it's absurd. It should be around. It should be 40. No more than 40. If you want to compete in this industry, it has to be no more than 40. That's stupid. It's stupidity. And I would have backed more. I would have actually got all of it if I could have got all of it for $60. So do you want to sell units, get your working people's hands, or do you want to not make money? Essentially. Because instead of getting $60 worth of stuff, if I could get the hard cup, if I could essentially get, this for around $100, I probably would have. For around $80, I would have. But I can't because it's overpriced. So I decided to do the most sensible thing. I just get this, where I should have been able to get some add-ons and the PDF of this, because the PDF, realistically, if it's on Kickstarter, should be around $15. Not around 30. 30 is what should be at full price. If that, should be around $25. That's industry standard. Really comes off of that Dungeon Coach did not do his research on best practices or market research at all. Like, it really comes off of that, doesn't it? Which isn't good. I still back to 30 because I'm curious in the rules, because I did like this game once, and I might as well see what it will be like when it's fully released, and I might get some inspiration out of it anyway. Oh wow, how many pages is back? How many pages? 300, 300, 350. $80 or so? What? It's nonsense. It was nonsense before, right? Now it's totally nonsense. So the playtest rules preview, which is free, you can find it. You can find it on Dungeon Coach's on the Kickstarter. Well, as you can see, this is around a third of that, so I'm not quite sure what's going to be in the full release. At around $80. Especially since it's a pretty rules preview. It's a pretty beta, whatever. We'll make our determination later. I'm lost. Excuse me. I am very lost. Okay. For a game meant for young people and whatnot, people who have issues with playing full-fledged RPGs, this is not how you do a character sheet. It's way too complicated. And nothing seems to make sense on it. Like, you would really benefit from having on the back of this a quick start guide, as well as on this page having, instead of all these fancy nonsense that no one cares about, have stuff that actually tells you what your nonsense does. That will be very helpful. I don't know. I don't know what the hit points do in this up chip container. Why there's one here, why there's one here, and why there's one here. I just don't know. It doesn't make sense. And why do you have what are your attributes horizontal and vertical? No, these are your stats and these are your attributes. Yeah, no, I'm disabled. I can't play this game. Just by looking at the character sheet. We'll look at the rule. We'll look at the rules real quick. But that scares me. That scares me. I don't like that. I want to make it simple for a new player to pick up, even someone who's never played TTRPGs, while also have enough depth for experienced players. I don't really cheat either. Although I can't make the determination of the depth, but I think you kind of failed at both. Looking at you got Prime, you got Mighty, you got Agility, you got Charisma, you got Intelligence. That's 6 attributes, and each attribute has, well, it's random. Why doesn't I mean, like I see where you're dumping your I see what your dump stat is. It's intelligence because you need all of this. Oh man, look at what is intelligence of all the things? What's intelligence hoarding everything? That's not nearly balanced. That's not balanced at all. All right, you got stamina points, mana points, hit points, physical, mystical. Why not just have these two? Combat. Apparently, you just got D20s. We got a lot of D20s. Exhaustion, that's a thing. Jump distance, move speed. I. But why? When you have why when you have stamina points and athletics, why do you need this here? Same with death threshold, same with exhaustion. And action points are different from stamina points. In what way? It seems overly complex and convoluted. Just by looking at the character sheet. I would not give this to a new player. Absolutely not. It's too convoluted. This is not what a new player's game looks like. Again, probably because the dungeon coach didn't do his job and actually look at other games that are made for new players. He probably just looked at 5e and said, how can I make it more complex and convoluted for new people? Which, to be fair, based on what I know of what he was doing years ago, it is that really? It just isn't. It just isn't. Like, to be fair, I also believe I have failed the new player with Arbitrium, the impossible game. I need to make a dubbed down version of it is what I need to do. Now that I have experience with the micro games. I need to make like a very I need to make a separate book just as a jump start, a new player jump start. That's very basic and very short. I need to do that, and that has only the main, and that has only the rules that allow for fast, easy play. I need to do that with my game. He didn't do that with his game, but I didn't do it with mine, so it's fair. You see, there are 4 attributes. Standard array, point by attribute limit. Levels. So there are prime modifier. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to gain attributes. Or can I speak a lot because my game has like 1,000 ways to do anything. But anyway. Skills. I don't get the need for skills at all when you have 6 attributes. Again, that's a bit of an archaic way of doing things. That's a bit of an archaic way of doing things. Is having tons of skills that neither cover everything, because you can't cover everything, nor cover nothing. It does neither. It doesn't. They're not. You can never have enough, and you can never have. And you always have too many. At the same time with skills, just cut them out. You don't need those. And also, when one has vastly more than one other. See, Prime only has 1. Knowledge has 1, 2, 3, 1, 5. That's 5. That's complete baloney. That's not balanced in the slightest. Why would anyone ever take Prime when they can just take knowledge and have ability in different skills? Or something similar to that effect, or allow access to them. Like, why? Again, more things you can have, more things you're not gonna have enough of, and you will definitely not have it. More things that are very like brewing. And it's brewing not for potions or anything useful. It's for alcohol. It's for alcohol. Not even medicine. Like what? Why would you ever? Why would you ever want to take that? Carpentry. You might want to take that for buildings. Yeah. I mean, again, it's like you looked at 5e and said, how do I make this less? How do I make this more convoluted? Like, this is not making it simpler. Like, yes, 5e has some nonsense services. It has some nonsense perks, but why would you make it in your game? Languages. Can you play all these guys? And if so, in languages, I guess get past. Yeah, the languages are fine. Again, they're not really balanced, at least in the current version. But anyway. Mastery, okay, just like in Beck Me. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm definitely bouncing. And also, you'll notice we haven't gotten to how to actually play the game yet. We're on page 17. We haven't got page 17 and 158. I haven't got to play the game yet. Like, what's the role? What's with the character sheet? I mean, you're explaining it. You're really. I get what he's going for. You go in order, like you have a character sheet, and you go in order. You putting all these things down, like you're reading through the book, and then you put it on the character sheet. Read it through that section, put it on the character sheet. That's okay. I guess that's okay. But why does that be literally everything? Imagine if you had 100 things in each category. That would be 100 things, 10 things a page. And you include art too and whatnot, the niceties. You can't afford $1 million pledged. $1.4 million pledged in your book. Which is as nice as it is. I don't know why you need the funding. But anyway. It's just bloat. It's not really bloat because content's good, but like it's just in the wrong spot. Like when you're reading through the book for the first time, you should be able to build your character sheet within like the first, I want to say, 20 pages. I want to say, unless you have another thing going on. Well, I guess I don't really do that either. To be fair, yeah, I don't do that either. To be fair, I mean, only some games do it that way. But again, like he just has all the content up front as soon as it's mentioned. I guess that's neutral. That's neutral. That's not negative. That's not a positive and negative thing. I'm being awfully negative this video, aren't I? Texans say the finally. Why are there different types of checks exactly? Yeah, why are there different types of checks? There just needs to be one. It's not explaining why there are different types of checks. There are several types of checks a GM may ask a creature to make, such as attack check when attacking with a weapon, spell check when casting a spell, specific skill check when performing a test of skill, a specific trade check when performing test of professional expertise, or a specific flat attribute check performing this aptitude that doesn't benefit from skill or expertise. And it just has a flat one all the time. How am I going to remember that as a GM? How am I going to remember each player's stats all the time as the GM? Because I noticed he didn't put in he didn't put in a recommended GM, not cover, but you know what I mean, GM wall, GM screen. He didn't put in he didn't add a GM screen to this. And it seems like this game desperately needs one. Like a standard GM screen that just tells you exactly what you need to play. That would be really nice. And the Kickstarter doesn't have one either, by the way. There are types of saves. Why are there types of saves? Again, like this punishes people for having one thing. Again, like unless you can have everything all the time, which you may have. I don't know because I haven't said yet. Unless you can have all the things all the time, have at least one point in everything, and only specialize in some things or never specialize. I think this is the type of game where you don't specialize. Everyone's kind of like a blob because you need to have an attack check and skill check, and you have all these checks. I mean, yes, in RPGs you gotta have the attributes, but that's not what those are. That's very odd. That's very odd. I don't like that. Have I liked anything in this book so far? Oh, I'm also not being the most fair I could be, though. Again, because... Well, again, because of first impression, that nonsense. And the kind of, like, the attitude, I'm not going to say what kind of attitude, but the attitude of the creator with this is just not great. In fact, I might just retract my my thing because I really don't have the funds for that right now. And if I'm not liking it, and if I'm not liking this, I'm not gonna like it. And there's attribute states too. There are passive skills. What? This is the first. This is one of the few mentions of actually rolling a dice. And the kind of mastery you need to keep track of, which is stupid. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun mechanic if you actually participate in it. But yeah, like how I GM things is like when the players ask for a reward, I give them some type of reward. Or when the reward is not applicable to the thing, I give them a reward. I promise a reward. I give them the reward kind of thing. If they do good, I give them another reward. If they find things, I give them a reward for that. Like it's not like having the players keep track of everything and not cheat, but on purpose or by accident. And then the GM has to keep track of it too, just to again not cheat on purpose or on accident. It's just not great. Again, like it's made by someone who does not understand a new player and does not understand a disabled player. It really is. And I am about to bounce. I'm about to be done because we've been going on for 32 minutes and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I mean, to be fair, I mean the layout's really nice. The wording's on point. You understand what he try. He does have a really good voice for writing this. So you do. So he does give you the best chance of understanding his nonsense. But I think I think at first glance it seems really bad, and then when you go to play it, it's really bad. But when you read it, it seems like oh okay, it makes sense. I, yeah, I just don't think it's gonna play that well. Like I had the full intention of playing this today. I think we're just going to play friggin' Star Wars or one of my games because might as well. Yeah, I have it out. I have the camera out. That's why I have the camera out, by the way, because I wanted to actually play something today. But I guess I didn't come into this with the most positive of mindsets after seeing the price, and also all those videos proclaiming this is the D&D color. What is going on with this page? That page, it's getting the missing got some content here. Degrees of fit. I mean, all this is fine. Like, no, if you like the system, it's fine. It's fine. It's just very, very convoluted. It's like if it's 5e with work crunch. It's 5e that is brought to its core and made high crunch. It's 5e. It's Dungeons and Dragons the Sim. It's Dungeons and Dragons the Sim. That's in the title, probably. It's what this is. Um, Actually, but right now, you can actually play the game. You can't fill out your character sheet. Actually, you should be able to fill out your character sheet by now. No, we didn't see the folks yet. Or the creatures yet. But no, you can actually start playing the game right now. That is 33 pages. No, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Damage, types of damage. Yeah, I think we found the game out. It's D&D. It's D&D the Sim. It's a D&D simul. It's D&D the Sim. We're probably got to gigabit action points. Self-explanatory action points. EP outside of combat? Are you serious? Okay, be fantastic. I'm good. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. We're on the same page there. Why? Again, like there's always three or something. There's always more something than there should be. Why is there always more something than there should be? Uh, yeah. I mean, it's just there's always more than there should be. But if you want a really crunchy dungeon crawler, you got it. That's not. That's not. Actually, that's a pretty good thing. Um, you know what? I'll retrain. I'll take my thing. I'll retrain my thing. You know what? Let's play it. Yeah, let's play it. Let's give it a round of combat. Have a hero fight one of the monsters. Uh, yeah, it's not beginner. I think the reason why I'm so negative, and to an extent toxic, let's be honest, is because, well, they promise it is beginner friendly, beginner and disability friendly when it flat out isn't. High Crunch will never be that, unless you are some wizard who can make it that way. He's close to being that wizard, but he isn't that wizard. Because what makes sense in the book, it doesn't make sense in the character sheet, and it won't make sense in the game. So you can trust me on that. Yeah, yeah, it's a crunchy dungeon crawler simulator. I have in fact not seen a high crunch. Freaking, I have the Mech Warrior's high crunch. I've seen Mech Warrior and its high crunch, but outside Mech Warrior being high crunch and arguably the Warhammer 40k games I've seen too, this is the crunchiest game I've seen other than those two. Definitely the crunchiest D&D like game or D&D clone. I actually hesitate in calling this a clone. It's completely different. It has the same flavor and context and concept, but much crunchier. See, I'm just scrolling through these because it's just random stuff you can buy in character sheet. And too much of it. Probably not too much of it, actually. Probably just content. Yeah. Well, I think I'm not getting a new game now. I'm starting to warm up to the game. See, that's why you read. That's why, if there is a free demo, you always read it and never judge anybody's cover, or at least see a bunch of videos on it before you really judge it. No, I want to make my character. How do I do that? Yeah, that's scary. You know what? Has it mentioned on the character creation yet? It's mentioned the components of what you need. Oh, no, it did mention this. Oh, I'm with our charts. I mean, charts are fine. Charts are good. You want charts to explain some things. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is nice. The charts are nice. Armor was armor do. There we got two Game Master Guide. Are we at the end? Why is character creation behind Guide Game Master Guide? Okay, that's okay. Like, regardless of what I said before, aside from the too many not enough things, why is character creation not at the very beginning of the book? Like, I was looking for it. Like, why is it behind the Game Master Guide? Usually, when you see the GM guide as a player, you don't look any further. My word, why wasn't this in like the first dozen or so pages? This needs to go way up higher in the book. Absolutely. This here. Yeah, this should be way up there. I mean, yes, he explains all the concepts in this bit higher up. It's fine if you're reading the book in full, but this is a TTRPG. Who is doing that? No one. No one is doing that. Except if they're actually wanting to read the book cover to cover, which you shouldn't ever need in a TTRPG. You should be able to just skim through it and then find the bits you need and go. Ideally, you should be able to use the first 10 pages or so to play the game. I mean, yes, in my book I wasted a tutorial. The tutorial helps you play the game, especially in my game, which is different. Which I do need. Which you're right. I am. That is something I call if I don't do better my own game. I need to do better my own game. Again, remember, do as I say, not as I do. There's challenge too. This game, a lot of waste of space. A lot of waste of space. This game has a lot of the whole they fly now in it, don't it? Like, and there's this too. Like, it's not saying, oh cool, there's this too. It's like saying there's more I need to keep track of as a player and a GM. Alright, let's go back to the kitchen. Why is the integration buried in the book? Why is the integration buried in the book? It shouldn't be buried in the book. It's like a very at the thought that's buried in the book like this. It should really be up front. Okay, attributes and frame modifier. We're on to just point by. And you then gain 12 attribute points to increase with whichever attribute you want, up to the limit of 3. Isn't that a lot? Hold on. Oh, it's not because it's just. Hold on. Oh, yeah, skills. Oh, okay, you need a certain background. Each background's a class. Okay, well, let's do this first. Start -2. Up to 3. Again, this is a really confusing system for someone who is very disabled. This one is very disabled. Why can't it just start at 0? Like, why not? Why does it have to start at -2? Like, why? Why add the complexity? Like, it's high crunch for high crunch. I just want to get this up to 3 for sure. 2, 1. I mean, a demonstration. 2, 1, 0. Oh, yeah, you definitely need 12. So I need 6. Oh, jeez. 3. And then let's make these 0. So in order to come out of the hole, you got, like, how I do it in my system is the hole. It's only if you want it. It's only if you want the hole, and the hole just decreases your amount of dice you can use. And I just now ruled that, and I just now written that down. Instead of it being just a suggestion, and instead of nothing bad happening, now you lower your now you lower your dice that you can use if you are in a roll, if you are in the negative. Oh, I'm gonna list of 1. Oh, jeez. Let's try. PC's at high saturated. Okay, never mind. Okay, so you don't take prime. Prime is just something you have. Actually, how does it work? Oh, I need to look at higher up in the thing. Oh yeah, I'm feeling like system more. I'm feeling like system more. It's really high crunch though. I just legitimately negativity high crunch. I'm kind of stuck here. No, yeah, that was 6 because 0 counts. This is how I'm doing it. Um, I'll just put one in each for right this second. Negative. So 4, 8. Windows open, would you please? Cooperate, thank you. 6, 10. Oh, that's more. Drat. Drat, double drat, triple drat, all the drat. And if you just could count up, it'll be a lot better, but anyway. 4, 8, 12 drat. Man, I gotta look at how the rules work. Alright, I would rather have Mig. I want Mig. I would rather have Mig. I don't want to be in the holdout. Holdout doesn't seem like a good idea. Alright. 4, 8, 10, 12. Good. That's what standard looks like. 2 ones and 2 zeros. Oh, that's atrocious, but okay. Alright, we got background. At least, yeah, does it work? Oh, excuse me. What? I mean, it's not in the book. Mm, 10. Okay, let's read this real quick. Prime modifier equals attribute limit. Instead of the prime modifier being determined by the PC's highest attribute, is instead equal to their attribute limit. This means it will always be maxed out no matter where you put your attribute points. This rule is designed for players who want to create a PC that's more well-rounded and doesn't have one or two main attribute points to rely on. This rule allows for players more freedom. Okay, how's it work? Be aware if everyone nigger builds a balanced PC, there's one nigger that'll be able to go for certain activities or skills. What? No? What's stupid if you can't? What does balanced PC mean to you? Balanced PC is this! This is balanced PC! Of course, everyone takes this, and this is not good. But why would you have to take this when you put one? Someone can have a 1 here, a 0 here, a 1 here, and a 0 and a 0 here, and it's still a balanced PC, and they can still take these stuff. I think you're drunk. Go home. You're drunk. Come on. What is that? What is that nonsense? Although, where's the background? Oh, here are. No, these are their languages. Okay, never mind. I think they forgot to put. I think they forgot to put backgrounds in the game. Make sure you get 3 and 29 because that's expensive. These are expensive. They're 6. They're half your thing. And why would anyone do that? Why would anyone really do that? It's kind of stupid. It's very stupid, actually. Why would you do that unless you really wanted a lopsided character? And then if you Orman have only, and then if you have, there are what 4 attributes? One guy is 6, one guy is 3, one guy is 3, one guy is 3, one guy is 3 in each of them. And a standard 4-player party, assuming this game has a standard 4-player party. Yeah. Why won't you have more attributes then? Yes, I know. I said there are too many. I mean, there are too many attributes. There's too many skills, and not enough skills in some other places. But no, like there really should be more attributes then. Like it really shouldn't be just 4 if you're always meant to just pick one as your main one. You really need at least 6. So you have 2 extras to vary things up between game and game. You know, variety, content, uh, randomness even, and stuff like that. So I believe this game would be better if it had more attributes. If this is how they want to do things, I don't know if this is how they should do things, but anyway. I guess let's go back and attempt to make a character again. Keep making a character. Oh, here's backgrounds. All right. Oh no, we could have. Why was it? Oh, never mind. This PDF is a bit of a mess. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. We looked at it for an hour and tried to figure it out, and I just can't. So it's very much not for beginners or disabled people. I mean, I'm not a beginner, but I'm not a beginner. I make my own games, people. That's how I enjoy this hobby the most, is making my own games and engaging in the community. But no, like, uh, for one, it's not worth the money. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's too expensive. It's too expensive on Kickstarter, and would definitely be too expensive in his store, which is funny because of the middleman. But anyway, uh, which Andy doesn't have the luxury of. Now that now that boy, is it a good game? It goes over my head. It's too crunchy for me. It's far too much crunchy for my disabled nonsense. For my disabled personage, it's far too crunchy. In the wrong ways too. It's convoluted and crunchy. Am I going to pay $30 to the PDF? I don't have the money right now. There are other things that are more important to me for me to get than this game. So I won't. No, I won't. No. It's too expensive and I won't be able to play it. In fact, I found nothing I could really inspire me off it. Really. Not saying it isn't the original or anything. I'm just saying I didn't get any inspiration from it. Or anything I can actually use. I mean, we did get inspiration to make my own system better from the lacking of this system in my system, but that's about it. So yeah, anyway, I'm sorry, no gameplay video, no gameplay in this video, but it's just how things are going to be. I'm sorry. I know you guys hate when you just look at a guy like when we just look at the rulebook like this, but it's just how things are going to be, unfortunately. Because I cannot. We were trying to make a character, and I could not find backgrounds. I think. Um, we got this far, and that's it. Most unfortunate. So yeah, that best for your thanks for watching. Who should get this game though? Anyone that wants a very high crunch, simulatorly, um, dungeon crawl experience, absolutely should get this game for sure. If it was a lower price, that is, but it isn't, so no one should get it really. That's most unfortunate. Only get it on sale, I guess. Alright, but anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video with me. Plus, me, I'm check out stuff in description below, such as various Facebook channel, which of course Facebook channels watching videos games you can't ever produce, and by sharing friends, family, stuff. Alright, that is video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.